Forgive me for telling you this, but I don't think you are in your proper sense when you're saying that we don't need to bring back KBC, KCC, National Oil, and we don't need to liberate from cartels, Kenya Power Company. Now think with me. Maybe you can change your way of thinking. Maybe you can change your mind and start supporting this idea. Now imagine KBC, KCC, National Oil zote are funded using taxpayers' money. These are companies zenye zinafandiwa ama pesa zake zote. Wale watu wote wanafanya kazi huko. Chochote chenye wanauza, chochote chenye wanatumia kina facilitatiwa ama kinakuwa funded. Zile pesa zinatumika kwa hizo kampuni ni ile tax unakatwa kutoka kwa salary yako, ile tax unalipa wakati umepata profit kwa hiyo biashara yenye unafanya, ile tax ambayo unalipwa ukienda kununua sukari. By any way, as long as you live in Kenya, there is tax unakatwa, and that tax ndio inalipa hizo kampuni. Now let's go to the individual companies now. KBC. Without talking so much about KBC, nimefanya video kubwa sana pale YouTube na nika explain kwa nini we need to liberate KBC, because this is a company paid for, funded by your tax. Then in national events, why does the government have to buy the services of other televisions to cover them, to relay message or to give message to the citizens, when we have KBC, a KBC that we are funding with our taxes? I mean, why is KBC there? Now, KBC for the longest time imekuwa ikitengeneza losses, not profits. But we have other big companies za televisions za kutangaza zenye wewe unajua, sitaki kuzitaja, na zenye mmepiga kelele sana mkisema ati lazima sijui zifanywe nini. These are the companies that are competing with KBC, and that's why KBC is not able to finance itself. That's why we have to go back to our pockets to finance this KBC instead of this KBC giving money to Kenya. Now ask yourself, why do we have KCC struggling to sell its milk wakati inafaa kuwa ndio iko kwa soko ikiuza maziwa at the cheapest rates? Why is it? And the simple reason is because we have competitors who are of high ranks in the government and who are controlling the prices of this milk. They start from milking the farmers themselves, because they buy milk at 30 shillings per liter, na wanatuzia nusu liter at 60 shillings. So that means the whole liter wanatulizia at 120. And mind you, hiyo 1 liter wanakuanga wametoa cream, wanatengeneza nayo cheese, wanauza expensive. So ile maziwa inakufikia ni ile quality mbaya mbaya. That's why you feel ama unasikianga chai ikiwa tamu wakati umeenda ushago. Because huku town, nyinyi wenye mko town na kina Nakuru, Nairobi, Kisumu, sijui na kina wapi, mnatumiwa maziwa ya kampuni ambayo already imetolewa what is important. Unakunywa maziwa yenye inakaa maji, na hiyo ndo unauziwa at 120 shillings a half liter. Ile 500 gram ml ya ile ka packet ya 500 ml unauziwa at 60 bob, and you don't find a reason to complain. National Oil, bei za mafuta ya gari zinapanda kila 15th of every month. Bei za mafuta ya gari lazima ipande. Inapanda kwa nini? Because the government is not able to control the prices of fuel. It is not the government that is in control. All the government can do is to give subsidies. Why does the government have to subsidize? Why does the government have to subsidize the prices of fuel when we have a government-owned fuel marketer, National Oil? Why do we have to subsidize this oil so that tupatie pesa kwa private institutions? Ati tupatie Shell, Total, Rubis, Ola, sijui kampuni gani, tuzipatie pesa ati ndio zireduce prices za mafuta ya gari, yet the government has its own fuel marketing company. National oil is owned by the government, and that national oil is funded by your money, taxpayers' money, zile pesa unakatwa in terms of tax. Why do we have to do that? Hello? Kenya Power, why do we have to have such an expensive tax? In fact, tax ni expensive kuliko ile amount of token unapata. By the way, look at the screenshot on your screen. You buy token at token ya 200 na ile token unapata ni ya 96 bob. The rest 103.4 shillings zote ni taxes. Ati nasikia kuna tax mara ngapi? Kuna VAT 24 bob, fuel energy charge 58 bob, forex exchange 9 bob, EPRA charges sijui pesa ngapi, WRA charges, REP charges, inflation adjustment, zote ni pesa. Na ni pesa ambazo zimewekwa na watu wenye mnasikia wakiambiwa ni state capture, ndio wameweka hizo prices. Unanunua stima ya 200 lakini ile amount of tokens unapata ni 96 bob, and you still think you should stick to that azimio, sijui to that divide yenye inasema tukae tu na mambo vile yako. We should not liberate those companies. I don't think you are in your sense. I don't think you are in your sense. For God's sake, campaign period iliisha. Whether you campaign against or in favor of William Ruto, he is the president, he is your president, and whatever he does will either benefit you or make you suffer. Wewe mwenye unamsupport na mimi mwenye simsupport, ama mimi mwenye namsupport na wewe mwenye haumsupport, we shall suffer together. So no, this is not we are not after killing anybody. The government is not after revenge. The government is after your best living. How you are going to live in Kenya and survive without struggling. So stop this nonsense.